Hi all, in this video we will be learning about cascading style sheets which is a part of HTML or it can be linked to HTML. So we will study different styles in HTML and how we can create a cascading style sheet in HTML. So CSS stands for cascading style sheets. It's normally known as CSS. It is a simple mechanism for adding style, example fonts, colors, spacing to web documents. CSS describes how HTML elements are displayed on screen, paper or in other media. So it's basically a style, okay, like fonts, colors or spacing, etc. CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. External style sheets are stored in CSS files. Here I'll just show you an example of our school website. Here if you take our school website, all the styles or fonts, whatever things we are using for a common website, they will keep a special kind of style in every pages of that particular web page, like a special font in every web page, or like a special color for the font or a special style for the font. These all things, special font size, these all things we will keep. It's a formatting, okay, for all the common pages of a particular organization. Okay, so normally you can see that here in this page one font is used. That same font can be for the next page also. Here also the same font is used, and also you can see these are different files. Okay, this home is one file, this about us is another file, vision and mission is another file, founder chairman's message is another file, chairman's message is another file. These all are separate files. And you know that how to give the font style, we already studied in normal HTML how to give a font style and everything. You can see the font tag we will use, or p tag we will use for giving a special font or face to that particular one page. Okay, so if you use a font tag in one page, it will apply, it is applicable in only that particular page. Okay, it is not applicable in another page. So in another page, if you want to use the same font tag and all, you have to write the same font tag again and again. Okay, so if 10 pages are there, you have to write the font tag 10 times. Okay, that means in every page you have to write the same font tag. Okay, so if any changes come, it will be a the style will be weird because it is different. Okay, if any difference come in your spelling or anything when you are typing that. Okay, so for that we will be creating CSS, cascading style sheets. So it's actually a page created with the help of Notepad++. You can create that. Here the styles means whatever common styles we are following in a web page. Okay, so whatever common styles we are following in all the web pages together, we can create it in one page, one single page we can create, and the same page we can connect to our different pages. Okay, for example, I will show our website again. Here you can see that this is the home page of our website, and when I click on the view page source option, view page source, right click view page source option, you will get the HTML codes. Here you can see style sheet. Here you can see, okay, these all style sheets are connected to this particular page, one page, home. Okay, that means you don't need to give again the font, other styles or anything here. Whatever styles we described in the style sheet in the CSS, it will be applicable here because we already connected the page here. Okay, I will show you how to connect and everything. And if you take the next page, the same about us page, if you take the view page source option, you can see the same style sheets are connected here. That means whatever styles applicable in the style sheet, it is also applicable in this page now. Okay, so same style sheets can be applied in different pages. So here vision and mission, the page source of vision and mission is here, same style sheets are here, you can see. And founder chairman's message, view page source. So Here also same style sheets you can see. Okay, so the thing about style sheet is it is a separate page we can create. Okay, all the styles we can define in one page, so that in the HTML page no need to type any style, any font face or font color, whatever, you don't need to type there. Okay, you can create that in another page, and you can use the same page in different web pages. Imagine you are creating a website with 10 pages. Okay, so you have to keep a same format like Times New Roman, font color blue, and all this same style you have to keep in every page. Usually whatever you know now, till now you know, you will give what font face is equal to Times New Roman, that particular tag in every page you have to give, every 10 page you have to give. But if you create that in a style sheet format, you can link that particular page to every web page. Only one code is needed. You don't need to type the same thing again and again like font tag and all. Only one code is needed, that is called a link tag. Okay, that we will study. Okay, so that's CSS, cascading style. Usually cascading style sheets what saves a lot of work, because it can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. It's only one time creation. You can link it to any web pages. Okay, that's the main thing. So CSS is used to define styles for your web pages, including the design, layout, and variations in display for different devices and screen sizes. So that's according to, like for example, mobile the screen size is different, the laptop screen size is different, tablet screen size is different. So according to that you can change the CS. The style definitions are normally saved in external CSS files. So external means it's a separate file. Okay, you can give internal styles also, that we will study. It's a separate topic. So external CSS we can create. With an external style sheet, you can change the look of an entire website by changing just one file. So for example, you have an external CSS, and you created one website with the same external CSS, and if you are creating another website, you can use the same CSS there, but just change the content there. Like for example, font style Times New Roman changed to Courier News, so that it will be applicable to whole web page. Okay, or for example, you connected a CSS to your whole website, so 10 pages show the Times New Roman font there. Okay, so suddenly your team member told that the Times New Roman font should be changed in every web pages. So if it was normal font tag you are using, you have to change in every 10 pages. But this is CSS which is linked, an external CSS which is linked, so you have to change only in the external CSS. That means one time change is needed. Usually there is a syntax for giving the cascading style sheet. So the syntax is like this. A CSS rule set consists of a selector and a declaration block. So usually tag name will come here. Selector is called a tag name. The example you can see P. So this will be applied to P tag. So I am talking about CSS file, not an HTML file. Okay. So usually selector means the tag style you need to define. Okay, so if you want to apply the style to a paragraph, to all the paragraphs in your file, you can use a P tag here. So as an example, P tag here, P. Now color is a property, you know that we studied attribute or property. Full colon value means blue, red, green, any value you can give. And if you want to define one more property here, you have to give a semicolon. After the first one, you have to give a semicolon. So after the semicolon, you can give another one, another attribute, font size, full colon 12px, that is the value, 12 pixel is the value. Put the semicolon, curly brackets close. So first you have to open the curly bracket. So here an example you can say, so P curly bracket open, color red, text align center. So full colon is here, semicolon is here. So text align center. That means if we connect this particular P tag in our HTML page, so this is a CSS page. If we connect our particular P tag in an HTML page, wherever you are using the P tag in the page, this style will be automatically applied. Understood? So wherever you are using the p tag, this style will be automatically applied. So here, for example, h1, this example shows h1. So h1 means you know that it's a heading tag. Okay, so wherever you are using h1 in your particular web page which is connected to the CSS, file, that all h1 shows the same property. Its color will be blue, its font size will be 12 pixel. Okay, so that's the use of cascading style sheet. So remember, if you are not using cascading style sheet, you have to start the p tag and give the color red text align center to every p tag. Okay, that's a waste of time. Every p tag you have to give the same property if you are not using cascading style sheet. But if you are using only this one time is needed, because it can be connected to all other web pages. Okay, all p tags will come the same attribute. So here the CSS syntax is explaining here. The selector points to the HTML element you want to style, like we saw h1 or p or font, whatever HTML elements we can use, that is selector. The declaration block contains one or more declarations separated by semicolons. You can see declarations means the attributes you are giving, like color, size, these colors you are giving. Then that is separated with the help of semicolons. So if 5 are there, first one semicolon, second one semicolon, like that it will go. Then each declaration includes a CSS property name and a value separated by a colon. Okay, so normally there's each part of that declaration includes an attribute and its value. So that is like color, font size, etc. it will come. Okay, then multiple CSS declarations are separated with semicolons and declaration blocks are surrounded by curly braces. Selector, declaration box, each declaration, attribute, its value, semicolon, attribute, full colon, value. This way it is working. So an example is given here. You can see here one CSS is declared here. Body background color light blue, h1 color white, text align center, p font family Verdana, font size 20 pixel. So this is an cascading style sheet. So this is stored with a separate file name and all, with an extension .css. And the thing is, if you connect this particular CSS to your web page or HTML page, you can see that the body color, h1, p and styles will be this particular styles will be applied in that web page. Okay, and that same CSS file can be connected to many web pages. There are 3 types of CSS. Usually they are in a separate file, that is external CSS. Okay, external CSS usually in a separate file. Then at the top of a web page document, internal CSS, that is another. Okay, top of a web page document. So in the HTML page itself you can give style. Then right next to the text it decorates, that is inline CSS. So inline CSS means in a particular line if you need a special style, you can give there, that is inline CSS. You will study this. Now we will go to the explanation of each. External CSS or external style sheets are separate files full of CSS instructions with the file extension .css. So it contains all the CSS instructions that is needed for a web page. Okay, needed for your web page. You don't need to write all the things, but whatever needed common for your website you can write in a CSS file. When any web page includes an external style sheet, its styles will be controlled by this CSS file, unless you decide to override a style using one of these next 2 types. So any web page is connected to the external style sheet, that particular web page's style will be same as the style defined in the CSS file. So usually it is like that. If you connect an external style sheet to your HTML file, whatever styles defined in the external style sheet will be applicable in that particular web page. Now if you need a change for that, for example in the body tag, just an example I will show. So in the external style sheet, the body tag is given as background color light blue. Okay, so that is your common color. Okay, but if you need in particular one page, if you need another background color, you can always use internal or inline style sheet for overriding it. Overriding it's like overwriting. Okay, so even though the CSS file, external CSS file contains another background color is equal to light blue, you can always give like for a particular page you need background colors gray, you need that, so you don't need to delete the external style sheet background color, let it remain light blue, and in the by using internal or inline style sheet you can give background color of body in that particular page only, so it will be overriding that or overwriting that particular style. Now how to use external style sheet? With an external style sheet you can change the look of an entire website by changing just one file. So if your external style sheet is connected to the whole web page, that means every web page, you can change the look with just changing the CSS file. Okay, you don't need to go to every page and change. Each HTML page must include a reference to the external style sheet file inside the link element inside the head sections. So a new tag you are learning, that is link tag or link element, which should be used in the head tag, which should be used inside the head tag to connect an external style sheet with the HTML file. Only that is needed, that link is needed. Okay, an external style sheet can be written in any text editor like Notepad++ or Notepad anything, and must be saved with a .css extension. So it should be saved with a .css extension. The external CSS file should not contain any HTML tags. So that's the main thing. A CSS file should not contain any HTML tag. We will not use that. So here an example of external style sheet is given. Like you will create a separate CSS file like this with a name and file extension as .css. For here I created a style style.css. So I have given some styles here like body background color light blue, h1 color navy, margin left is equal to 20 pixel. This same CSS file can be linked to any HTML page in your computer. Okay, just a link tag is needed. Now in the HTML file, how to link, I will show that. So this is a HTML file I created. Okay, this is a HTML file I created. So here you can see here normal HTML tag, everything started. Then inside the head tag, you can see here head tag, I added a new tag. Usually the title tag will come. Title tag also you can add, no issue for that. Here I didn't add, that's all. So in the link tag you can give link rel, that is called relation, equal to style sheet. Just type like this, rel is equal to style sheet, type text/css, which means a CSS file is going to link, that is text/css. Now the link href is equal to tris_style.css. So we already studied in image tag or anchor tag to give href reference. Okay, usually if both files are in the same folder, you just give your file name, that's all. Okay, if it is not in the same folder, you have to give the path of the file name, already you know. Okay, in the image link or anchor a tag you studied that how to give the name of the link a file. Okay, same way you can link the file here. So link rel style sheet, type text/css, href is equal to tris_style.css, and head closed. That means here h1 p tag body we used. So the result means whatever style I gave here, I gave in this CSS file, it will be applied in the HTML file. Okay, it will be applied in the HTML file. So here I didn't give any special style here. You can see that h1 normal, h1 p normal, p body tag. But when you run this HTML page, the style of this particular CSS file, like background color will be light blue, h1 color will be navy, margin left 20 px, these all things will be applied there. And p also I added here. Here there will not be p tag, means p tag is not in the CSS, so the p tag style, there will not be any style for this p tag because I didn't add it in CSS file. Okay, so you can, if you need, you can add also, no issue for that. So in a single CSS file you can give all the tags together and specify their style like this. This is a single CSS file. Okay, so that's how a CSS is created, and this is how a CSS is linked to HTML page. And let's see the example. We can do the same example here. Okay, so I'm just adding a new page here, and we can just copy the same, we can just create the CSS file here. Okay, CSS file, how to create the CSS, same way, you just type. So here I will give h1 bracket open, then color full colon, okay, navy. Okay, and here I am giving semicolon for to separate it. Okay, now you can give another tag, another attribute. Okay, so size, anything I can give. Okay, size equal to like 25 px. Okay, semicolon, saved. Okay, so curly brackets close. Now body tag, so body open. Now next is we have to give the body color. So here you have to give body background color. Okay, for example, background color I give background color light blue. I just copy pasted, that's all. Yeah, now yeah, I created the CSS file. Only these two styles I am giving. Okay, now I am saving it. File, save as. So here in the same folder I am saving it. Example, I am giving the name to style, that's all. Okay, you can give any name, style. From here you can say take CSS, you can take here. Okay, cascade style sheet. Okay, CSS I selected, I saved. Okay, now it is TrueStyle.css. Okay, now I can create a new HTML file. You can use the other HTML files also. Okay, if you have another one you can use that. If I'm just creating the same HTML file here, so here you can see HTML codes I typed here, and I added a new tag here, link, which is rel is equal to style sheet, type is equal to text slash CSS. This one is mandatory for every link tag, these two are mandatory. Okay, and here this name will change because according to your file name it will change. So href style TrueStyle.css. so I gave the file name only because both of the files are residing in the same folder. So now I need to save this. So file, save as, the same area you can save, HTML, select HTML. We saved the file as HTML document. Here you can see the link tag and everything is created. Now we will run the page. You can see the heading tag. Normally h1 tag is black color, you know that. You whenever you use normally h1 tag you will get this color, but here since our h1 is defined as navy color and size is 25 pixel, what happened, this result also changed. So for example, so here for example I am changing the color to red. Okay, I changed it to red, saved it, then go to the HTML page and run it again. You can see heading changed. So for example, if you are linked to this CSS to many pages, by this one change it will be applicable for every page. Okay, it will be applicable for every page. The same tag you can use in different, like for example here in this is another HTML page we created earlier. Here in the head page I am pasting this tag. Okay, that means this style is now arranged to or linked to this particular page. We'll just run. So there was one h1 used, so it also become red now. You can see that it also become red now. Okay, here h1 tag, here look, this h1 tag. Okay, now if I change the red to blue, blue again, what will happen, we'll see. So I changed it to the CSS, and now I am running the first file. It become blue. Now this file I am just refreshing it because the CSS is changed. Now what will happen to this, you can see. Yeah, so whatever page is linked to the CSS, its effect is coming here. Okay, it is changing here. This was an old file, I just connected it, that's all. I just connected it. Here p tag is normal because no changes here. Okay, so if you need a special code for p tag, you can add like this, just and for example p tag curly bracket open. Here you can give like text align full colon center semicolon bracket close. So I added a p tag here. Now what happens here, this one we will run. You can see p tag came here. Okay, in the same time we'll just check whether any p tag is in this. Yeah, here p tags are here. You can see 1 2 3 p tags are here. Okay, so what will happen to the 3 p tags? So normally before refreshing it, you can see the p tags here. This one is a p tag, this one is a p tag, this one is a p tag. It is left. Okay, now I connected the CSS page here. You can see that I connected the CSS page here. Since I added a new p tag style here, it will be applicable in this page also. Let us refresh it. So when I refresh, you can see all p tags came here. Okay, so this 2 p tags was in sender, so it came there. Okay, yeah, so I hope you understood external style sheet. Next class we will be explaining inline style sheet as well as internal style sheet. Thank you.